Okay, 17H, can you, explain what the hell you even are?
Okay. I am 17H. I am an item that is held very valuable to their master or user. And with a strong will, they can gain conscience and interact with their masters.
A strong will of throwing a compass at a child?
It seems like the will was surviving her.
Of course, she summoned a tornado and threw it at us. In fact, that thing she was wearing, was it another one of you guys?
Sort of. People like her are called besties. Due to unconfirmed circumstances, they fused with their item and now have it in the shape of a skull over their face. They are said to be really powerful, and you obtain the first-hand experience.
You say it like it was a good thing.
Now, why my compass?
Oh crap, the time! I have to go to school.
School?
Yeah, in fact, can you, stay here?
Of course, Hilda.
Hey, Nayu.
Ah! Takuro! And Naomi?
Hello, Nayu.
Hey, where were you yesterday? I was waiting all night for you at practice.
Oh, it's homework.
Okay, Nayu. I'll buy that for now.
Wait a minute, where's
Nayu.
Haru?
Oh, it's been so long since my legendary. I wonder where you were. I wonder where I've been. Oh my god, what be you? What? Oh, you that girl. Why?
Yeah, she's back from the hospital.
For a leg injury, huh? What happened?
We don't know. Only family were allowed to see her.
And for good reason. Naomi, she's latching on your ankle again.
Oh? Ah! Haru!
I need to hold it. I need to feel how normal legs feel again.
Yeah, whatever.
Actually, Nayu, I came to tell you I won't come to practice today. The
Huh?
three of us have a project to work on, so I'll just leave practice to you, okay?
Okay, I guess. 17H? What the hell is he doing? Huh? What the hell?
Please stay quiet, Nayu. I am noticing an enemy near here.
An enemy? This is my friend's house.
This isn't normal human energy. This feels more spiritual, almost like... Maybe we need to go in now.
What's up, Haru?
Oh, it's just... Why is there a random tie on one of your cabinets?
It's not random!
Whoa, sorry. I was just saying it's weird.
No, it's okay, but whose that?
Oh, it's my brother's. He gave it to me as a present to make a makeshift bow tie back when I was young.
Then where is he?
He's... no longer here.
Jeez, Haru, why do you keep making the air thicker?
I'm sorry, I don't know that many social cues.
So, girl, are these the target? That girl. Naomi. She seems like someone who could become a master. I'll create a monster specifically her then.
Takuro! Haru!
So you're Naomi, right?
Who are you?
My name is Turbekikan, the 11th master. I came here to ruin the 17th, starting off with the potential 18th.
Naomi!
What? Nayu! Run!
De convoco mi serviente. Doc.
Oak?
What the hell is that thing?
I must leave Dog to you. We'll meet again if you survive.
Hey, get back here!
Aki?
Crap, she's too close. 17H, force field.
What is it you wanted to do, Master?
Oh, I was thinking of using it to destroy it.
Ow.
Okay, you got me there. Well, what about a commentary?
You can't do one right now.
How? Why?
You need one-shots, the pink squares from before. If enough of them appear, they fuse into a commentary, and that could do some damage.
How do I get that?
By attacking an enemy.
Fine, let's just roll into him.
Aki, how are you? Aren't you dead? How are you here? Huh? Aki?
What is it saying? Naomi's just reacting to nothing. Okay, 17H, we need to do this now. So this will be a bit longer than last time, but basically, Umbrus made a workroom video, a commentary where she covers multiple people at once. Critic responded, Doodle did as well, and then one of the people Umbrus talked about, Stelline, looked at the situation as a whole, thought it was bad, and decided to make a rant on all 3 degrees. And this is where I am.
Now, while many of the points I said I do stand by right now, I didn't take the time to properly elaborate my points, and I even missed a big plot hole of the episode that some people pointed out to me. One of them being that there was nothing stopping Lyle from just walking back into the machine and making himself young again.
So basically in the episode, Lyle was too old to go back there as evidence of him being in the hospital bed when the imps first found him. Now you might say, well, why can't he just request the ambulance members to take him back? Well, during that time he was unconscious, and when the imps found him there was nobody in sight, as evidenced by them easily walking in.
Back to Umbrus, this is the commentary in question, if you even want to call it that. It's an absolute shit show of a video where she responds to multiple people at once. To make it even worse, it doesn't make it any better with the annoying editing choice of slapping poorly drawn OCs.
This time I will be covering 6 videos because hey, why not? Context isn't important, so I'm just going to display degree markers. With that out of the way, let's begin.
Now, inherently, this is an issue, because from an outsider's perspective, it is jarring to see 4 different art styles in the same clip. But keep in mind, Daffy, Ratpasta's, and Critic's art were all fan art, and considering if you look at the clip again, her main art doesn't have many stills yet, and so if she wanted to communicate a specific emotion, she might as well use the fan art.
And random anime images on the video as a method of responding.
It's implied that she has a greater authority than the 3 cherubs we see throughout the episode, so it's very safe to assume that she could have seen what the cherubs were up to during the episode.
Now, this point was one of the main reasons I wanted to hit this. Not because this is a generic SCC rant point, like everyone else states it to be, but because of how this seems to be hit or miss depending on your stance. See, on one hand, you could consider Stelline's point to be right, as Umber switches her avatar constantly during her video, and doesn't always stick to the theme of her target. And considering it was implied earlier that Stelline first found her through Requiem 2, it's safe to say that they don't know the purpose of switching her avatar per target in this clip. Umbrus doesn't state it as well, as she says to look at her prior video. But on the other hand, you can consider this wrong, as pointing out copyrighted avatars isn't really an issue, it's mainly just nitpicking at best. It doesn't have anything to do with Umbrus's points and how the stills aren't random, and they go by what she's saying in her current emotion. My stance? I won't say, because it's kind of irrelevant. But I will say that this being a generic SCC rant point is dumb, and it's a blatant assumption, but I'll go further to this in my final thoughts.
Lyle ends up wanting to live after a retarded realization, and then ends up dying. The cherubs end up getting fucked over and can't go back into heaven since they were seen as being responsible for Lyle's death.
So I decided to take a look at the text you put in, and I must ask, where the hell did you get the notion that Deary didn't see a single thing that happened? It's implied that she has a greater authority than the 3 cherubs we see throughout the episode.
Well, for one, you seem to forget that the episode clearly showed that Cherub had some sort of way out by blaming the imps for what happened, which they tried to do, and then they were gone.
We never! It was all! Anyway, sorry guys, but those are the rules. Yeah. Bye!
If Cherub could not put the blame on the imps, then what's the point in framing this scene as if they could have blamed the imps, but they were gone?
Okay, so in a way, blaming the imps wouldn't have worked, because in the episode, the cherubs were the one who started the shootout that caused Lyle's death, and to be more specific, Cletus was the one that shot the arrow carrying the piano that landed on Lyle. And if you were to say that the imps' fault for trying to kill him to begin with, if they were going by the notion that Deary didn't know what led up beforehand, it would seem like a very elaborate coincidence.
Either way, the episode does a poor job at showing how the fuck this all works.
So it's very safe to assume that she could have seen what the cherubs were up to during the episode.
Safe to assume. Okay, so now you're not going off of objective information. Wonderful point there, buddy.
Okay, so I know this is a lot in this chain, specifically with Critic doing the exact same thing during Umbrus's neurality section, but this is just a nitpick on how Umbrus's wording is worded. What Umbrus is actually saying was just reinstating and summarizing her point. Was it needed? Debatable. But this could have been argued during your last interjection.
Whoa. Come on, almost there. First place.
I mentioned earlier that my video caused a clusterfuck. Apparently this guy, the Insane Critic, made a response to Umbrus's video where I guess Insane Critic is defending me? I have no fucking idea. And if you thought the quality of Umbrus's video is bad, just wait till you see this. What? What the fuck is this? At least Umbrus's character looks somewhat tolerable in certain stills, but this? Who the fuck is this? Is this supposed to be a ripoff of Two-Face?
See, you might say, isn't this just reinstating what your point about Umbris' fan art? Well, no, because in this case, that image was actually drawn by Critic. And is it bad? To me it is, at least. But it's still a nitpick, and it's not a more glaring flaw like his editing, which you point out later, like his pauses.
It's funny because people think they have the right to bully.
You would have seen the end of the song get hit by the piano. So no, your first point is wrong, and your second point essentially helps debunk your first point as well. And this is why weeaboos are ruining America.
Oh, okay. No. I get it now. Umbra says in response to Staline that because the imps saw Lyle get crushed by the piano, that they were led to believe that they failed their mission, which would explain why Blitz was talking about how Loopy, or Noodleman as Staline calls him, would be angry at the imps for failing their job. Wow, okay, so not only does your point make no sense on its own, as it's effectively redundantly restating the point that Umbris was making in her video, but it gets even worse when you actually allow the point to fucking finish before abruptly cutting in to strawman her.
Like I said before, it's a clusterfuck.
Okay, so why is this point needed if it's not going to be covered? I get it if you wanted to show Doodletones' voice and the clip where she talks about what's Critic's point, but if that was the case, why did you show Critic's pauses, Umbris's, and Doodle's next point?
So let's get this straight, my dear viewers. You have Doodletones responding to Insane Critic, who was responding to Umbra, who was responding to me. Unfucking believable, dude. Like, what the fuck?
As weird as it might seem to an outsider, this is completely normal. It's a chain that usually goes way bigger than this, like the Package Reviewer chain, Sonic Shadow 98 chain, the Big Bang, and the Blob That I Ever Won. So if this was your introduction to the SEC firsthand, I would give you a pass, but this is just to keep in mind. And the video ends with Staline thanking his fans, and the video ends. Now, there was a reason I wanted to cover this. Not because of you specifically, or I don't know what you did on Twitter, but a lot of people seem to hate you because of it, but because of some of the commentators' reactions to this. In all honesty, just because someone has a layer of being rude or poking fun, doesn't give you the right to insult and respond to him unless you actually have a point about him, or you'll just label him anti-SEC like everyone else. If he is or isn't, that is out of my control, but this is ridiculous. I said this in servers, but I'll say it here. Because of things that happened in my past, I want to view both sides of the argument without any hint of bias to cloud my judgment. That's why I didn't go on Twitter and see how he responded and joined a mob. I want to directly point out his flaws in the least offensive way as possible, and by doing so, I hope his drama ends quicker than just starting fights.
Aki!
Wait, Naomi, he's not Aki, whoever that is.
Huh?
Listen, it's hard to explain, but that thing is not normal. I have to leave, okay? This is just your imagination.
What happened to this? Aki. I feel Aki. I'm not alone anymore.
17H, what the hell?
I didn't destroy her house. I just used my wiper. That way, the damage is fixed and nobody there will remember a thing.
Convenience.
There is one problem. Masters still remember.
Well, hopefully nobody there turned into one in the span I left.
Naomi?
Finally! I missed you so much.
I just randomly fell asleep. Is it night? Haru is already left.
Haru's gone?
It's probably late now. I'll see you tomorrow.
Okay. Bye, Takuro!
Oh, sorry.
Huh?
She witnessed that attack, didn't she?
It seems like Yuma.
Who wouldn't? Any regular master would pick up the random explosion anywhere.
Do you think it's...
Number 17. Yeah, obviously. It just looked like it's up to us. Number 15 and 16.
Yeah, let's go, Yuma.